What if I told you that the fate of an entire nation rested on the shoulders of just a few men? Today, we're diving into the epic stories of the top 5 Union leaders who didn't just fight battles, they shaped the future of America. Let's jump right into history. 1. Ulysses S. Grant, the unstoppable force. Kicking things off with the MVP of the Union, General Ulysses S. Grant. This guy was like the LeBron James of the Civil War. Unstoppable. Grant's game plan? Attack, attack. And when in doubt, attack again. Grant, what's your secret to winning? Find the enemy, fight the enemy, beat the enemy. Rinse and repeat. Grant's rise to fame started out west, where he snagged major wins at Fort Donelson and Vicksburg. But the real deal came in 1864 when he took charge of the entire Union Army and decided to go head-to-head with Robert E. Lee until one of them tapped out. Spoiler, it wasn't Grant. Grant, how do you deal with losses? By making sure the other guy loses more. In the end, Grant's relentless pressure led to Lee's surrender at Appomattox. And boom, that's how you wrap up a war. 2. William Tecumseh Sherman, the man with the plan and the matches. Next up, we've got General William Tecumseh Sherman, the guy who made sure everyone knew the phrase total war. Sherman was Grant's go-to guy and was all about making the South feel the heat. Literally, his famous March to the Sea was like the ultimate flex. Destroy everything that could help the enemy. Sherman, what's your strategy? Burn everything that helps the enemy, and maybe toast some marshmallows while we're at it. Sherman didn't just want to win battles, he wanted to break the South's will to fight. By the time he rolled into Savannah, the Confederacy was feeling the burn, in more ways than one. 3. George McClellan, the cautious commander. Now let's talk about General George McClellan, the guy who could organize an army better than anyone but had just a tiny problem: actually using it. McClellan was beloved by his troops, and probably had the best tents and gear in the whole army. But he was known for being, well, a little too careful. McClellan, why are we waiting? Just making sure everything's perfect. Still checking, almost there. McClellan led the Army of the Potomac during the early years of the war, and had a solid victory at Antietam. But his habit of not pursuing Lee's army after the battle cost him his job. McClellan, any regrets? Maybe should have taken that extra step, or any step. Despite his cautious nature, McClellan's work behind the scenes helped build the army that would eventually win the war. 4. George Meade, the man who won Gettysburg. Next on the list is General George Meade, the man who stepped up just in time to win the biggest battle of the Civil War, Gettysburg. Yep, while Grant and Sherman were making waves elsewhere, Meade was busy stopping Robert E. Lee in his tracks. Hey Meade, how does it feel to win Gettysburg? Feels pretty good, especially since I got the job 5 days before it started. Meade's leadership at Gettysburg was a game changer, turning the tide of the war in favor of the Union. But despite this epic win, he never quite got the same recognition as his peers. 5. Philip Sheridan, the cavalry commander. Last but definitely not least, we've got General Philip Sheridan, the Union's cavalry commander who was all about speed and surprise. Sheridan's aggressive tactics made him a legend, especially in the Shenandoah Valley and the final Appomattox campaign. Sheridan, what's your strategy? Ride hard, strike fast, and never let the enemy catch their breath. Sheridan's cavalry played a crucial role in crippling Confederate forces, and his relentless pursuit of Lee's army helped bring the war to a close. And there you have it, folks. The top 5 Union leaders who turned the tide of the Civil War and brought the North to victory. Smash that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell for more historical adventures. This is The Historian, signing off.